And hate to say it, my midterm eval, they gave me almost all ones. What's good, y'all? It's Mike from the Midden, and today you're gonna join me on Cribs Fieldwork Edition. Alright, so check this out, y'all. I've been going for a while, though. I've been doing all these football vlogs. Man, I gotta stand, what you call loyal pay fan or team fast, dog. We coming for y'all next year. But that's next May, bro. Let me turn on all these lights right now, big fella. I've been doing my field work for my level 2s, because I don't know if y'all aware, I graduated in December. I mean, from all the past, other vids, I've been saying that in. So, the last part of that is me doing my clinical rotation, bro. Basically, it's me pretending to be a therapist. We actually gotta be great at how well we can pretend to do this. And, yeah, I'm in at a nursing home right now. And it's been straight, honestly. Alright, y'all, my apologies for that. My camera, I thought it charged it last night. Camera was on tip, so it is what it is. But I'm heading down to do my field work. I'm gonna go more into that later, bro. I'm in a skilled nursing facility right now, a nursing home. Yeah, I'll go into that later on, dog. But we on the road with it, y'all. Alright, y'all, so I just pulled up on my fieldwork site. Like I said, it's the last day. Few minutes late, but it's all good, bro. I'm mainly gonna do most of my explain after I finish the day for today. So yeah, bro, stay tuned, though. It's just kind of before and after type thing, Bro, I don't have a lot to do. This is the GOAT place, bro. I can't say exactly where because of discrepancy, whatever you call it. HIPAA is not really keep IDs private, but they gave me a gate belt, but they gave me a car with a bunch of nice comments on there. Alright guys, so appreciate y'all watching this far in the video. So as y'all saw, my little vlog throughout the day, that was my last day of my fieldwork placement. My placement was taking place at a nursing home, subacute rehab or skilled nursing facility, SNF, however you like to refer to it. And I know, at least talking to some of my peers, it wasn't really a favorite, or maybe, let me not say that. Let me say it wasn't a favorite, but a lot of people, they were interested in working in kids. But however, I was interested in, working with the older population. And just, and you're learning the most there. Because I want to be prepared for my MBCOT. So that's why I decided to go with this population. So, I just want a few experiences I would like to talk about here. Let's see what we got here. Okay, adjusting from level 1s. So, in level 1s, it was super relaxed. There was no problem asking as many questions as you want. If you don't understand anything, it's whatever, because you're only there for a week. The CIs, it's very light. For all you that are starting out with your level 1s, don't even trip about it. It's basically just a week off of school. It's simple. Level 2s, however, it gets a little more intense. Your CIs, they're expecting more out of you, and that's fair enough because this is the last step before you graduate. Now you're expected to do more, because after this you're going to be an actual therapist once you pass your board exam. So it's understandable why they have higher expectations for you. The biggest thing I think at first I had adjusting to it was taking initiative. For me, I'm the type of person where I just like to take it slow. I like, when I go by their lead, like I want them to, they're going to tell me when to hop in because I don't want to overplay my hand. However, I would suggest this for all you guys that are starting your level 2 soon, take initiative. Like I know, you guys remember LA, he told me that he took initiative off the back, first or second week. That he just started asking CI what are things that he could do, or can he run this type of intervention with the patient. Just taking that initiative, and CI was more than happy to. And eventually I started doing that too. I wanted to see, because like I said, I didn't want to make them think that I'm overplaying my hand because I'm just a student. But they want you to take that initiative. They can't really, everyone's adults. They can't really tell you what to do. So that's the first thing I would suggest is take initiative. The next thing I struggled with was patient interaction. Usually I'm typically a social person. I know you guys, I have a vlog for my class for for sake, but still, it's different when you're on the job and when you're being evaluated. You just have to get, and you will learn this. You'll eventually learn what works for you, what doesn't, how the patients like to be approached and how they don't. You'll eventually get your own flow of how to talk to them. I know one thing that my CI told me that I need to work on is talking slower. And even watching some of my old videos, I recognize yo, I'm a mumble mouth, just try to get it out as fast as possible. I need to calm down, take it slow, so the patients you give out better directions. Because some of them, diagnosis from this setting is they can be hard of hearing, or they might have a cognitive deficit. And let me talk about that too. The most common deficits I saw, obviously strokes, dementia, Alzheimer's. You would see a few fractures here and there. And obviously just, these are elderly patients, so old age, general muscle weakness, unsteadiness on feet. A patient's functioning level. And same with the manual muscle testing for their strength, seeing what was considered a 3+, was considered a 2+, even a 0. Because when we're doing it in our class, everyone's basically a 4 or 5 because we're all we're fully functional. Well, some of these other patients, they might have deficits that's funny story I'm actually going to mention. So typically we have 2 type of evaluation periods. We have the midterm eval and the final eval. The midterm eval isn't submitted to AOTA or it's not graded. It's just kind of just for your own reference to see how you're coming along. And I hate to say it, my midterm eval, they gave me almost all 1s. And let me break down the grading, for example. 1s is basically you're not at it's the worst grade. You're not where you're supposed to be. 2 is expected for the midterm eval. 3 is I think above average in a way, and 4 is it's hard to get a 4. You'd be that's when you're considered a top 5% therapist. So my CIs even told me that if I was to do eval on them or someone else was, they wouldn't even get all 4s. So that means you're a top-notch therapist. So it's a pretty grueling grading process. Now they grade you on several aspects, such as your framework of picking interventions. I know for us the interventions we would do would be such as sequencing. So we have them take steps to go on scavenger hunts and get cones and throughout the gym, or their endurance, able to walk a certain distance, or functional mobility is what we call it, or how they're sitting balance when they're sitting. And then also how well you interact with the codas. Are you able to get the information that you need on the patient? Then another topic was evals. Are you able to collect them on evals? So long story short, they gave me just about all 1s. Now keep in mind it's a midterm grade, so it's not the end all be all. It means close to nothing. Long story short, they gave me all 1s. I was heartbroken when I saw that. All 1s. And basically by the end of this, you should be getting close to all 3s. Maybe if you hear 2s here and there, but just about all 3s. I was heartbroken. It just seemed like I didn't have a chance to pass. It just felt like this is hopeless. I'm going to have to repeat this. I'm not going to graduate on time. Now, granted, there were things I needed to improve on, such as I mentioned before, taking initiative. Also, my confidence. That's a big thing that plays in. I think the biggest thing that you need to have and that you will gain from your level 1s to level 2s is just confidence being a therapist. The more you do it, the more confident you're going to be in just being a therapist. And at this point, like after I saw that, I was just going to push through and just like give it my all. Obviously, like, you know, try to fix all the mistakes they pointed out making. I know the biggest ones were, I guess, my intervention picking, and they want me to go out and get more resources, basically. Because at the end of this, they should be able to give you the goal of like your level 2 is to give you a full caseload, and just basically just let you be able to take a full caseload by the last week of your rotations. So at the end, I started out, like I said, I got all 1s. But throughout the weeks, I started picking up more and more, and I became more and more independent. I started doing basically like almost all the evals on my own, did it in good timing too, got all the information. Like I said, evals almost became second nature. It actually was a blessing for me and the therapist, because recently, you know, they were short on OTs and codas. And you know how basically everywhere is short staffed. So with me there helping, giving them assistance, I was able to help them, like, you know, keep up their productivity levels. So it was actually a good, like, you know, I basically caught on right in time, because it was just like, I think from that week 6 to 7 or week 7 to 8 is where I just had my like got it moment. You just flip the switch, you bring it all together, and then you flourish basically. Like I said, both of them, they were helpful. They gave me like constant feedback. I'll always be very like, after I got the midterm eval, I was very like, yo, what do I need to improve on? Like, tell me just flat out, like, it doesn't matter like how, like, don't have to sugarcoat it, I just need to know. And I would take that, I would go home and like try to memorize that, and how can I improve it for the next session, the next week. And I just did it, and they said they saw a massive improvement from my last 6 weeks. So from that point on, from the last week, they actually graded my my final eval early, because it was based, you know, they thought I was doing so well, might as well just like give it to them. Like, it was only like a day early, but point is, I passed. So I was really excited to see that, because it seemed like a few weeks ago, it just seemed like the farthest, like the most impossible thing. And here I go, I went in, passed it. I actually enjoyed it. My therapist, like, they're amazing. My CIs and just the whole staff there. They gave me a gift actually. They threw a pizza party for me. It was awesome. Like, they gave me a gait belt. They gave me a tape measure for wheelchairs, and they gave me a goniometer too, so I could measure, like one of those little ones they use to measure the risk and all that. So I'm really thankful for this experience. I was glad to be their first student, and I enjoyed it. It was a good time. It was tough at first, but I was able to push through, and I feel more confident going to my next setting, because, you know, this is a nursing home was a very difficult setting. So I feel very confident I was able to do that, and starting a week late. So that's my experience with my level 2s. Any questions you have for me, like I said, reach out to me on Instagram. I can even put my email there, because I'm looking to help. I'm happy to help anyone that's struggling with it, because I know how it feels. And I know, like, let's say the grade beneath me, we call them PY2, they're starting their level 1s, and I could just, a year ago, I remember how I felt. So it's all about confidence, guys. Alright, that's the end of the video, guys. Good talking to y'all. I'll keep y'all updated with how my next rotation goes.